Yes, Dr. Ulis. You told us yesterday that the next week we have a quiz,
Yes,
right? I
yes,
just have some question about the quiz, like how many
yes.
question, uh, how much time you will give us.
So one hour for each quiz, and the questions will have the theory questions as well as the numerical questions, and it
And
will
the questions will be multiple choice or written. Or,
be it's not sure, so it can be multiple choice, theory, or numerical questions.
okay.
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 But one thing is that you need to keep your cameras open in the exam.
My
Okay,
camera.
your
Uh,
cameras should be open. You should, I mean, I should be able to clearly see you writing.
uh,
Okay.
and what if I use BC? BC doesn't have camera.
You have the, you can attach a webcam to it, right?
Sorry again.
You can attach some camera, webcam, etc. Or you can use mobile.
Okay, no problem. We will see.
Okay. So it's your responsibility. See, you have given the exams in the past as well, right? So it was, since last more than 1 year, we are taking the online classes, almost 1 year.
Yeah, but
We are
because
taking the,
I'm not using a laptop, I always use a PC, big PC.
for the
Yes,
exams as
doctor,
well.
me too.
So because I use a big screen and the screen does not have camera, I don't know how to add the camera.
And also, doctor, I have never attached any webcam cameras in my life.
Me too, doctor.
So try to arrange the laptop or mobile for the exam. Mobile is good, better, right?
Yeah, but how do you want us to open the camera and do the exam at the same time?
You can use the paper in the computer and just zoom on mobile that time.
So you just see my face while I'm solving the question, right?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
face means whatever you are writing.
Uh, you want to see the paper or my face?
Which one is do you prefer?
I don't know.
It is
It
better. I mean,
depends on what you want.
okay. So it is better to see your face because I can understand where you are looking at.
Okay, okay, no problem. We will see. We will see.
See, it's that, like, I mean, it's going on like that way only. Even my kids, they are giving the exams. Even other students for last 1 year they are giving. So I think this will be the third batch or fourth batch. That is that. I mean, your batch will be giving the exam. Okay. Most of them had the cameras, and if they don't have, I mean, I had requested them, if they cannot come on the camera, then come to the university. So they arranged at home itself. So I don't want to force you, but try to do that. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. In the last class, we discussed the application of Bernoulli equation, and we studied the or discussed the Venturi meter, right? Now today we'll discuss another application of the Bernoulli equation, that is pitot tube. Now pitot tube is usually, okay. Why we were using the Venturi meter, for what purpose? Do you remember? I told something. Venturi meter we use to measure the flow rate, discharge. How much is the flow rate going through a pipe, that you can measure using the Venturi meter. Okay, how much water is supplied, how much liquid is supplied. if you want to calculate that or measure that using the for a particular duration, like how many liters per second or how many liters per minute per day it is going. I gave the example, for example, how many liters are supplied to Jeddah in one day. So it will be very, very big amount, right? So if you need to measure such flow rates, we use the Venturi meter. Now pitot tube is for the measurement of velocity. Okay. What device we can use for measurement of pressure? Flow pressure, if you want to measure, what device you will use for pressure?
Manometer.
Yes, manometer, piezometer, okay. Or for atmospheric pressure, we use barometer. Okay. So for pitot tube is used for measuring the velocity. Now for this, consider a pipe. Okay. And flow. Okay. Now, usually what happens whenever there is a pipe flow, the velocity, say if it is laminar or turbulent, based on that, the velocity at the center point, say if this is pipe, sometimes if it is laminar flow, the velocity of flow is here 0, right? At the pipe, as well as near the pipe, the velocity also 0. Okay. And it gets maximum at the center. So if you see this, the profile is like this. The velocity is maximum at the center and it changes slightly and becomes 0 here because of the friction effect or some other effects. Okay. This wall will try to stop the flow here, right? So the velocity is lowest here, lowest near the walls, and at the center, there is no wall effect. So it will be maximum here. Okay. So, but if you want, you can take average velocity. If you take, say, for example, this is 0 and it is going to say 100. Okay. So you can say that the average velocity is around, say, 80. Okay. So how can we say that mean velocity? Okay. V mean or V bar is equal to some factor K into V central or K into V max. Where will be the maximum velocity? Maximum velocity will be at the
center.
So K is some factor which will be less than 1. So this K depends on how is the profile. See, average means you will thinking that 0 and 100, the average should be 50. It's not like that. It depends on other values as well. How the profile is. So please write down this. Mean velocity or V bar is equal to K times V central, or you can say K into V max. So usually what we use, Q is equal to area into velocity, right? So when we use this velocity is actually the mean velocity we use, not one place, but for the complete area we are using, right? So we use V bar. We use mean velocity. It's not just it. And the average velocity we take. Okay. So if it is not written bar, that means what it is? It is average velocity only or mean velocity. In this particular pitot tube discussion, we are separating the central and this velocity. Otherwise, it is same. If k is not given, you can consider it is equal to 1. Saying that the velocity given is directly the mean velocity.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes.
What's K?
K is some constant, some factor, like to
Okay.
calculate the
Constant.
average. Yes, some constant. And it will be less than 1.
Always less than 1.
Yes, it cannot be. See, mean, how can mean max more than maximum velocity?
Okay.
What is the value of k in this example? If I wrote this value, what is the value of k in this example?
0.8.
Yes. Okay. Because the mean velocity here is 80 and maximum is 100. So 80 divided by 100 is 0.8. Okay. So just keep this in mind. So this is the central line. And I put, what is this device? This is a piezometer, right? We studied this. So what will happen as the flow will go? Flow is in this direction, right? Okay. So the water will go inside the tube and it will rise into this tube. Why it will rise?
Because it has high velocity.
Yes, it has. See, actually, it's not okay. So what is happening? This velocity is becoming dead here, right? When it is going inside, it is not going outside the tube, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So whatever kinetic energy it has is becoming converting into the pressure energy. See, for example, if there is a wall, if I shoot something, what will happen? Whatever is the velocity is becoming here 0. That means what is converting? All the kinetic energy is converted into the impact or the force, right? Pressure energy, right? If this is a wall, if you throw, say, for example, a ball on the wall, what will happen? All the kinetic energy of the ball will be converted into the pressure energy, because at wall, when it is attacking, it will, all the kinetic energy will convert into the pressure energy. That's why what will happen? Pressure will increase and the level of water or level of this fluid will rise. Have you understood this one? Now, we know that, say, this is capital H. It is like radius, right? Okay. If it is circular pipe, it is like radius. Okay. And say this is small h. This rise above the wall, above the surface. How much it is? Say. Okay. Now, if I apply the equation, Bernoulli equation at 2 points, 1 and 2, what is the value of V2? Okay, this distance is very short distance actually. Okay, what it is becoming? V2 is becoming 0. Okay, V2, because this velocity is going to convert into, so you take this point here or here, doesn't matter. So actually what is happening here, say for example, if I take point 2 here, okay, if you are not understanding here, what will be point here? Now tell me, what is the velocity V2 here? It is going to become 0 because we have a wall, right?
Yes.
Okay, and how about Z2 and Z1?
Same.
Same, because they are on the central line, right? So
Yes.
Z2 equals to Z1. Now apply the continuity equation. Bernoulli equation. We have P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 equals to P1 square by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1. Remember, you can write first number 1 first and then number 2 also, or 2 and 1. They are equal. So you can write in any way. I intentionally wrote to make. Now, can you tell me what is the pressure at 1? Hydraulic pressure. Okay, can you tell me what is the pressure at this point? Yes.
Rho GH plus atmospheric pressure.
Yes, rho GH plus atmospheric pressure. Right? Okay. Here we don't have the, we have the wall, so we don't have the atmospheric pressure, or you can say atmospheric pressure can be cancelled. Okay, if you are considering here and here both. So what is the pressure here? Rho G. Am I right? Because this, what is the level of this water from the surface? It is H, right?
H capital.
Yes. What will be the pressure at this point? Rho G into 2H.
0.
No, pressure. Rho G into 2H it will be, right?
2H, yes.
Because from here to here it is too much of water, right?
Yes.
Yes, doctor, but I have a question.
Yes.
Doctor, here I think the water is flowing at the pipe.
Yes.
So how can it be the same? We have moving water here, so it should be different from the constant water, or
Yes, I understand that. See, if it is static condition, then all the energy is the pressure energy. Okay, but when we have motion, okay, then the pressure value will be less because it has the kinetic as well. Okay, but if you measure pressure at this point, what will be the pressure at this point? It will be equal to rho g h. What will be the pressure at this point? Rho into g into h plus h. Am I right? If you see this tube, how's this tube with this tube? It's like this, right? Okay, this pressure, this fluid is almost, this is, of course this is zero velocity, right? Whatever is the pressure, okay, if you saying that it's not exactly the static condition, etc., okay, whatever is it, okay, what will be P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g, or I will write P2 by rho g minus P1 by rho g. It is equal to H plus H minus H. So this H I am writing, okay. At 1, this will be the height. At 2, it will be H plus H. Okay. Now, whether you are adding the atmospheric pressure, then you add to them. If you are adding some other parameters to it, so of course we are going to consider all the, it is static plus kinetic plus potential. We are considering everything. Okay. So this instrument is basically for measuring that only. See, if I put actually after this I will explain another figure. This is just a piezometer, but if we will have the instruments to measure the static pressure as well. This is actually not called as the static pressure. This is called as the total pressure, because static pressure, just because of the static. See, for example, what will happen if velocity is 0? If velocity is 0 at this point, what will be the pressure?
0.
Why it will be 0?
Rho GH.
Rho GH, if velocity is 0. And total energy will be rho GH only, plus Z1, because velocity is 0. Okay. But when it passed through this, okay, kinetic energy is converted into the pressure energy. So this is increasing. This is called, that's why it is called as the total energy or the total pressure or stagnation pressure. So I will explain that later on. Just do with me. So whatever it is, this has this much rise compared to the 1. Whatever is the pressure at 1 and 2, at 2 we have the this much high elevation of manometric fluid in the piezometer. So what will be the total outcome? H plus H minus H. So it will be equal to H. Now put this in equation. What you will get? Can I cancel Z1, Z2? They are equal. And what else will be 0? It will be 0 because V2 is Z2 equals to Z1, so it will go V2 square, V2 is 0, so it will go. Now P2 by rho G minus P1 by rho G is equal to H, and it is equal to what it will be now? What is remaining? P2 by rho G. If I bring this side, it will be P2 by rho G minus P1 by, sorry, there is no square, P1 by rho G. What is remaining?
V1 square over
Over
2G.
2G. So what will be V1 equal to 2GH? V1 square is equal to 2GH. So V1 square is 2GH, or V1 equals to root of 2GH. So what is this velocity? Where is this velocity V1? It is this central velocity, right? So this is the way we measure the velocity of the flow. So you put at any point, you can put at the center point or here or here, here or here. It will not matter. Okay, so you can measure at that location the velocity at that location. For example, this tube can be placed instead of in front of your car or in front of submarines, okay, in front of aircrafts, etc. So what will happen based on the speed, this rise will increase. See, if you increase the velocity here, what will happen? This h will increase. Am I right? If you increase this flow speed, this rise will be more. Rise in the water or rise in the liquid will increase more. That saying that this velocity is proportional to the height of the
Pipe.
level in the pipe. Okay. So please write down this, and hence this is the theoretical velocity. If you remember, for actual velocity we use some factor, right? So here we will use CV. In case of interrometer, we use which term we use?
CD.
CD. So because that was coefficient of discharge. We were measuring discharge, volume flow rate. Here we are measuring velocity. So the actual velocity will be equal to CV into the theoretical velocity. What is the theoretical velocity? 2gh. So the actual velocity will be, this is considering the real flow instead of ideal flow, considering some losses related to the, for example, human error or some other errors. We can write that actual velocity is equal to CV into under root of 2gh, where CV value will be of course less than 1. What is CV? Coefficient of velocity. This value is usually 0.98. Please write this. You have any question?
Doctor,
Yes.
the term P over rho G, what does it represent exactly?
It is the pressure energy per unit weight of the fluid. How much is the pressure, flow pressure?
Okay.
This is kinetic energy. This is potential energy. So what I'm saying, whatever is the energy here, same energy is here. Which energy?
Potential
Pressure.
energy.
Potential energy, of course, Z2 equals to Z1 it is. Okay. But pressure, okay, where is the high pressure? At 1 or 2?
2.
At 2, right? So how much extra it is equal to the difference between the two. So the difference between the two is the extra. What is extra? Extra is this h. Whether this is at very high velocity, whether it is as low velocity or whatever is zero velocity, what will happen? If there is no difference between the two, what will happen? H will become
0.
This h will become 0. Okay. If there is any difference, h will rise. Okay. Whether you consider it as whether it is moving, not moving, then it will become directly 0.
But doctor, here, doctor, we have the atmospheric pressure, right?
Where
At the top of the pipe.
So atmospheric pressure is here as well as here, right? At both places.
Yes, Doctor,
Right.
but this is open to the environment.
Yes. Now, for example, with on your body, is there any pressure on your body?
Yes,
What is that?
the atmospheric pressure.
Yes. So whether it is there, open or closed, atmospheric pressure will be there. And usually, when we take the difference of at two places, any two places, we usually ignore the atmospheric pressure because they both are experiencing the atmospheric pressure.
Okay.
If you want to calculate at one location, then you can say that here we have rho g capital H, rho g small h plus P atmosphere at one location, you can say. But when you are taking the difference between the two locations, usually you can easily neglect the atmospheric pressure because it is going to be the difference. And when you are adding x on both sides and taking the difference, then no problem. Complete writing. Can I erase this? Yes.
I think so. Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, for example, instead of one tube, I have two tubes here. Will there be any pressure rise here?
You mean the first one?
Yes, here.
Yes.
Why?
There is pressure because the water raise into the pipe.
Okay, when it will go up. Any condition?
The second one.
No. I'm asking up just at one. What will happen at one? Here in this tube.
The water will rise.
Yes,
If the
why
pressure,
rise?
if the pressure inside the pipe was higher than the atmospheric pressure, right?
Is yes. Okay. So when the pressure of the inside the fluid pressure inside this pipe is higher than atmospheric, then it will go up, right?
Yes.
If atmospheric pressure is more, then the air will be forced inside. So it cannot be. Okay. Now tell me, it is now attached to the wall. Is it inside the fluid? No, right? Means it is not inside the flow. So this pressure, what it is measuring, is it the one which is measuring the pressure when the velocity is zero? The velocity is zero at the wall, right? See, I told you the velocity at the wall is, what is the velocity here? Flow velocity?
0.
0.
Right? So this pressure rise is same as we insert, right? And if you keep this, whatever is rise, okay, because of the pressure, right?
Yes.
So this is because when the velocity is, so what is the difference here? Here the velocity is 0 and what we are getting is this one. Okay. Now what will happen in at 2? Whether it has the same level? Yes.
If the velocity is 0, I think they will be in the same level.
Doctor, what is the question, please?
The question is, say for example, here the velocity is 0. Here say for example the velocity is 100 meter per second. Am I right? And at the center will be the maximum. But
Yes.
near the wall is always 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now it is 100 meter per second. Now it is going through this pipe. So whether the rise will be same or different or more or less?
Different, because more velocity, more pressure.
Yes. So
Different also the shape.
higher the velocity, higher will be the rise, right? Okay.
Why different, Doctor?
If you kinetic energy, see the kinetic energy was 0 here,
Yes.
this location. Whatever energy was pressure energy.
Yes.
Here, this kinetic energy 100 is converted into the pressure energy. That means we have extra pressure energy. Static will always be there. See, if this velocity is 0, then static, say if velocity at 0, then it will come to the same, because this h plus h, this h plus this h will be there, right?
Yes.
But as you increase this velocity, what will happen? This will try to rise.
Yeah.
So what it has now? It has two things. One is the pressure plus kinetic. Can I
Yes.
divide this into 2? This is equal to pressure energy, right? Only pressure. See, if you see this is only pressure. There is no kinetic. Kinetic was 0 already. Whatever energy was there, the static energy, static pressure. Whereas the total is what? This plus this. Okay. So this is called as the HS. HS means static. Here it is HS plus extra, say HK. Okay. And this is called as total is called as HT. Okay. What is HT? Is equal to H, or say this is just H. And this is also called as HS. I will name that. HS is equal to, HT is equal to what? H plus
HK.
HK. This is HT. When I'm writing T, some books will use T for total. S for stagnation. Stagnation. So stagnation rise is equal to, that is, or the total rise is equal to static plus kinetic. See, kinetic is converted to pressure. Okay. Now all the kinetic is converted into pressure. So that's why it is the rise. Now, what is the meaning of stagnation? Stagnation means whenever any flow or any speed is made 0, if it is coming at say certain speed and you are making it 0, okay, that condition is called as the, when it stops, that condition, that location or that condition is called as the stagnation condition. Stagnant. Stagnant means sucking. Okay. So for example, I gave the example of ball throwing on the wall. So it has speed. When it attack on the wall, what will happen? It will become stagnant. Then it may reflect. Okay. But When it is attacked, there it will become stagnant. So here, is there any concept of stagnation? Because the flow speed was already 0. We are not making it 0. Whether whatever is his speed here, this is always 0. Whether the speed, this speed is 0, 100, 1000, whatever it is. This is going to be 0 all the time, because at the wall it is already 0. But here, as you increase, stagnation will increase, impact will increase. So this is going to be same all the time with the whatever is the velocity. This kinetic is going to increase. That means stagnation is addition of static plus kinetic. Now what is H stagnation? HT minus H is equal to HK. Okay. And when, see, this is also H, right? Am I right? This is H, this is H. So if you apply the Bernoulli's equation at 1 here and here, what will be the total pressure? The difference, this will be the H plus H, right? And here it will be H plus HK. Am I right?
Yes.
P2 by rho G minus P1 by rho G will be equal to, it is going to come HK
HK.
only, right? Okay. So what will be the velocity is equal to K into under root of 2G H. Okay. Or what is this H? HT minus total minus static. Okay. Total minus static.
What is K, doctor? K.
This K, sorry, CV. Okay, so this is the actual velocity. V actually is equal to CV into rho GH. What is the H here? What is the H here? It is kinetic. What is kinetic? Total minus static.
Yes.
Okay. So you should, instead of remembering the terms or the notations, you can remember that stagnation is equal to static plus kinetic. Okay, stagnation is equal to static plus kinetic. So if kinetic is becoming 0, all the energy is in the form of static. Okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
CV equals 0.98, right?
Yes, around 0.98.
Okay.
Okay. So when they use these two, this kinetic, and so this is like the, we instead of using one, we are using the two piezometers and getting the effect of pressure as well as velocity. This will give the effect of pressure and velocity, considering the two different. If you want to measure the total pressure, static pressure and kinetic pressure or dynamic pressure, you can say, you can use this. Okay. Okay. Sometimes what happens, like we discussed earlier, if velocity is high, what will happen? This rise will be large, right? Higher, right? Now, if this velocity is very high, say 300 meter per second, how much will be the H? Can you just tell me? V is equal to 300 meter per second, say for example. What should be the H? CV is say 1, 2GH. It is water only. So can you tell me? So 9, 2 into 9.82 into H. CV is 1 sec. So how much is H coming? About
4587.15.
4587.15
15.
meter per second. Sorry, meters. What will, is this feasible to use water for this much high velocity? 4,000 meters, like 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers. It's not visible, right? Not feasible. Even if I use, if you want to say measure the 100 meter per second. So what, how much it will be for 100 meter per second?
$509.68.
Yes.
Half a kilometer for 100 meter per second, half a kilometer long. So it is not feasible, right? So that's why what they do, instead of using this piezometer, they use the YouTube manometers. Okay, so I have shared the figures in the group, you can see. So and then they use mercury. So if I use the mercury, then what will happen? If the manometer fluid is different, we use X, right? The difference in the height of the is X. Now what is, how to calculate X? Say again, the velocity is 100 meter per second. But now we are using manometer, right? So to get H, do you remember the formula? X is equal to H is equal to X into SH over SP minus 1. I gave this in the venturimeter. If manometer, SH is heavier fluid in the manometer, whereas SP means specific gravity of the pipe. So how much was the H? For 509, right? 0.8.
Yes.
Now X. What is SH? If I use mercury, mercury is
13.6.
13.6. Let's say this is water, 1 minus 1. So what will be the X? So you divide this by 12.
40.46.
40.46
46.
meters. Okay. This is also very high, 40.46. Okay, but still very less compared to the this one. Is that clear? So
Doctor, I have a
we-
question.
yes.
What if the radius of the smaller pipe was higher? So the X should decrease, right? Or no?
No. We have discussed that this X is independent of this diameter. See, this rise is not dependent on the diameter. It is dependent on the pressure. Okay, if you remember, I gave the ask you, what is the pressure we studied the, do you remember this figure I asked you? What is the pressure? Say this point is 1, this is point 2. Which one has high pressure?
1.
Why?
One.
Because it
Inch.
depends on height, not depend on diameter.
Yes.
Weight of the fluid, if you are asking weight of the fluid, then that is different thing. Here the weight will be maybe less, here weight will be high. But if you are asking about the pressure of fluid, then at 1 it is high because it is dependent on the height only. It's not dependent on the, say for example, we see in the open fluid, say for example, open pond, okay? It depends on what, so for say river, etc., we cannot define any dimensions. So it depends only on the how deep it is. Okay. So
Okay.
this actually this diameter may slightly affect the reading or say some friction, etc., but it's not going to, I mean, by process, it is not going to affect the X value. Okay. Say, for example, if you want to see the reading, okay. So for reading, checking the reading value of X, if the diameter is too small or too large, it may be slightly problems, but X will not going to. Is this understood? Heavier liquid, lighter liquid.
Yes.
Okay. Some other configurations I have sent in the group. You can see those figures. Okay. Can you solve problems related to this? Okay. Let's solve at least one problem, then it will be easy for this. I shared 2 questions in the group. We'll solve one question related to the submarine. Please open the question and read the question related to the submarine. What is the number of that question?
6.27.
Okay. Can you please read?
All the question, Professor?
Yes, so that I can get the data.
Okay, a submarine moves horizontally in sea and has its axis 15 meters below the surface of the water.
15 meter below the
Surface of the water.
okay. Okay, and
A petite type properly placed just in front of the submarine and along its axis is connected to the 2 limbs of the U-tube containing mercury.
okay.
The difference of the mercury level is found to be 170 millimeters.
Yes.
Find the speed of the submarine knowing that the SP.gr of the mercury is 13.6.
SPGR means specific gravity, right?
Yes. The specific gravity of the mercury is 13.6 and that of the seawater is 1.026 with respect of the fresh water.
1.026
Yes.
with respect to the fresh water.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Done.
Okay, so we need to, we have been given that there is a U-tube manometer, okay, differential U-tube manometer, and the mercury level rise is 170 millimeter of Hg. We need to find out the CV. V. CV is given, coefficient of velocity.
0.98.
0.98.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, can you tell me the question number? This is 6.27.
27.
6.67.
27.
Okay, 6.27. H is equal to X SP, SH divided by SP minus 1. So, you know, there is a submarine, okay, like this,
Doctor,
and in front of that, it is going 15 meter below the water level. It is going like this, and here, in front of that, there is a pitot tube connected. Pitot tube connected, and in the pitot tube uses the YouTube manometer, and this YouTube manometer is giving the difference of, sorry, this is a pitot tube, okay, and it is giving the pressure difference of, so this side it will be static only, this side it will be kinetic plus static. So there will be X is given 170 millimeters. That means 1.7 meter or 0.17 meter.
0.17 meters.
See, this 15 is the just showing that this is below the free surface. Submarine is inside the water, right? And this one is pitot tube. This is pitot tube, which is connected to the, say, submarine is here. Okay. Of course, submarine will be very big compared to this is very small. Okay. So in front of that, its nose, we have a pitot tube to measure the velocity.
Doctor, how we get CV?
CV he has given.
Well,
Doctor, I think the question doesn't have the CV.
no CV.
Okay, then no problem. I asked you whether it is given or not. So you said
They
0.9.
mixed between the two questions you have sent. One with the CV, one without.
Okay, no problems. If it is not given, no problem. Now X is equal to how much it is given? 0.17 in meters, right?
Yes.
170
Yes.
divided by 1000 is meters. SH is 13.6 divided by the specific gravity of sea water is 1.026 minus 1. So how much is H?
2.083.
2.083. Now CV is 1 if it is not given. 2 into 9.81 into 2.083. How much is the velocity?
It's 6.393 meter per second.
6.93 meter per second.
No, doctor.
393.
6.393.
Okay, so this is meter per second. How much is kilometer per hour? Can you just check?
$23.01
Kilometer per hour.
per hour.
Very slow. It's inside the water. Too much drag.
Doctor, should the velocity with kilometers?
No, I'm just asking you for here. Answer is complete here. No problem.
Okay.
I think it's very simple. You can easily calculate, right? So I think one question is sufficient. Unfortunately, we don't have the labs available. Otherwise, you could have used these instruments. These are there in the lab. Venturimeter, pitot tube. Okay.
Yes, bad luck.
Doctor, in the advanced courses, we will use these tools, an instrumeter.
It depends. Pitot tube is always, the useful. Okay. Venturimeter is usually used for liquids, and see, mechanical engineers, of course, they have the many applications, but for aeronautical and mining engineers, it's not that. Of course, it depends on if you are going for the specialized courses in future. But now, because mostly for mining, they will have the rock mechanics, soil mechanics, so not that many fluid problems. And for aeronautical engineers or the aerospace students, you will be using air as the medium, right? So you will have the compressible flows, not incompressible. So with whatever we studied, especially the venturimeter is for the incompressible fluids. Okay, let's go to the momentum equation. So we have used the mass equation, mass conservation, that is continuity equation. Then we studied the energy equation, right? Euler's equation, then Bernoulli's equation. Now we will go for the momentum equation. Okay, what is momentum?
The velocity multiplied by the mass.
Yes, mass times velocity is the momentum. So a mass is going with high velocity. If the mass is also large and velocity is also large, then momentum is very high. Okay, so momentum is actually equal to m into v. Okay, and what is change in momentum? Change in momentum with respect to time is force. This is second law of Newton as well. So it is dmv by dt. What is force? Force is change in momentum with respect to time. Is that clear?
Yes.
F dt is equal to dmv. Okay, or you can also write it is m into dv if mass is constant. Okay, or you can also write in this way, F is equal to dm by say m divided by t, dt is say then change in velocity. Dt is the t duration, say for example, so m by t. So this will m by t is m dot, right? Do you remember m dot? Rho av.
Yeah.
v2 minus v1, that is change in velocity. Or also write what is m dot? Rho into q. So here we can write, I wrote here the different forms. You can write in any form. Same thing, you just need to change it. You can see everything has same meaning. F dm by dt dmv by dt, or f into dt is equal to dm into v. Say if the mass is same, or it is coming same with for a particular duration, and only velocity is changing, then you can write dv. Then dt, if you integrate it, say if it is t, and this is change in velocity is v2 minus n. Okay, so you can write in different ways. Okay, so remember that, say f is equal to rho into q into change in velocity. Considering this equation, we are going to analyze forces in the flow. Forces in the flow. Especially whenever there is a bend in the flow. Say for example, now what is happening here? There is a pipe whose diameter is decreasing, and also there is a bend. Okay, you might have used this type of pipes many a times, you might have seen, right?
Yes.
You connect here with some other device. Okay, so but there are many places. So this is the 90-degree bend. Here instead of 90-degree, I'm just saying theta degree. Okay, one thing before going to the analysis, this is not like going up. This bend is not going in the up direction. What it is direction actually? It is bending in the y direction, not in the up down. See a pipe, if I say this is going up and this is down, right? This is horizontal, this is vertical. Okay, but if I keep the how to make it clear? So actually this bend is like this. So is there any change in z in these
No,
two
there's
pipes?
no.
No.
No, in Z, no.
There is bend. There is any bend?
No.
Two dimensions.
Bend is there, right? 90-degree bend. See if okay, if I consider like this condition, then here change in z will be there as well as bending, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying that this diagram is basically the top view. Okay, so what if it is top view, then what it is meaning? It meaning is that there is a bend, but there is no change in z.
Yes.
Is that understood?
Yeah. In the XY plane only.
Doctor,
Yes,
what is called this diagram?
Did you mean
What?
This diagram, what we
Yes.
call it?
This is the pipe with a bend pipe,
Wind pipe?
bending in the pipe. You know, you can bend the pipe or wire. Okay, so if there is a bend in the pipe, then what happens actually? If the flow is going here, whether the force is acting any the flow is acting or have any forces on the pipe or not. See here, if the flow is in this direction, is there any force on the wall because of this?
No.
This wall there is no, right? But when there is a bending, when there is a turn, okay, then what will happen? There will be a force acting on this, and because of this water pressure, this may get damaged as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to calculate this force. Okay, there are two forces here. One is flow is forcing on the bend, and the second one is the reaction. The bend is giving a reaction to the flow. See, because of the reaction only, it is going in some other direction, right? Okay, for example, if I am hitting the board is also hitting my hand, right? For every
Yes.
reaction, there is equal and opposite reaction. So when the flow is going to hit the wall is also pushing back the or returning back the flow. Okay, so you can say that force, action and reaction is going on there. So there is a force, whether they will be equal, force acting by the fluid on the pipe or wall is equal to force by the wall on the fluid. They are equal and opposite.
Yes.
Say I am considering two locations. This is the location 1 and say this is the location 2. Okay. So the pressure force here is P1 A1, whereas the back pressure is P2 A2. And this angle is say theta degree. How much it is? Theta. Okay. And the velocity by which it is going out is V2 and coming in is V1. Okay. Now if you see this P2A2, this force P2A2, can we resolve this in the X and Y direction?
Yes, by finding the components, vertical and horizontal
This
components.
angle is
Theta.